What's up, NASCAR racing fans? This is Ryan with NASCAR Authentic Reviews, and we're ready for another video. So this is going to be another episode of NASCAR Heat 2 on the PlayStation 4. So if you remember the last race from the last time we did this, I did not complete that contract. We were doing pretty good. We were within the top 25, which is what we needed to do. But unfortunately, right there at the end, towards the closing laps, we actually got involved in a collision, and we lost a lot of track position. We were not able to get it, so we rallied to a tremendous, awesome 31st last place finish. So that was unfortunate. Anyways, we're going to try to see if we can complete another contract. This race, of course, we're still on the hot seat, so we got to complete a contract. We want to ride for next year, so we're going to check for an offer right here. And so yeah, it looks like we might have an offer. Yep, looks like we have an offer for Atlanta Motor Speedway. So I did miss what I had to get for that race. I'm not too sure what I actually have to get, so we'll see. And I'll just try to put in my best and see if we can get that ride. So yeah. Alright, so here we are. We are lining up for the start, and we actually did qualify once again in the 31st position. So hopefully we can make up a few laps and or a few positions here, and we'll see. So it is actually 25th that we have to complete here. We have to be in the 25th position by the end of the race. Hopefully we can get there. We've almost done it before, and hopefully we can get it this time. So let's see if we can get a good draft of this car in front of us, see who that is. I believe it may be Matt Mills. We'll see if we can take it 3 wide and go down into turn number 3 and into 4 pretty aggressively. We're not doing too terrible right now. See if we can get behind Corbin Forrester. And yep, so we already in the 26th position, going for the 25th and 24th going into turn number 1, maybe. Oh, got into the back. Man. Getting a little aggressive. I kind of need to slow it down just a little bit. So we'll see if we can make some laps, see if everything can kind of string out a little bit more, see if we can get into some single file racing for a little bit. We've only got a few laps here. We're not doing too longer races here. We're already 2 laps into a 17-lap race, so don't have too terribly much time, but definitely don't want to force anything here. So see if we can catch a draft off of Corbin Forrester, go to the outside. And there's a truck there. We almost got ourselves spun out, got out of the throttle so we don't slide into the wall. And there should be a truck on the inside. As soon as they get past, we'll see if we can slide in behind him. Looks like that's Joe Nemechek. As soon as we get, nope, truck's still there. It's kind of hard to tell where exactly the front bumper is on the trucks behind us. There's not exactly too much of a gauge to tell if you can slide in front of them, but I guess you can kind of feel it. The spotter does do a little bit of help, but they are kind of slow in some cases to where they'll call you clear and then a split second later they're not. So that is another thing I would like to kind of have more accurate of a spotter, I guess you could say, to where they clear you just a little bit more than they do. But nevertheless, we'll see if we can make it up. We're in 23rd position right here, going for 22nd up ahead of us, getting a pretty decent run off of turn number 4. See if we can dive down and slide back up, try to get a draft off of Tommy Joe Martins. We'll see if we can go to the outside right here, get another draft off of this pedigree car, Todd Gilliland. Give him a little bit of bump down onto the backstretch, and see if we can make this work. Go out to the outside. Once again, there is a caution, not sure what that caution is for, but let's see here. Do we need to pit or not? I'm not sure if we really need fuel. Estimated fuel 43 laps. I think we should be good. Only 13 laps remaining, so we will not pit. We will continue. No need for tires right now. This is a pretty short race, so we'll see. Once again, I believe we're starting in the 22nd position, so we didn't gain too many positions there. But boy, look at that restart. That is not very accurate, seeing all those cars kind of jagged on the restart here. But oh well, I guess that's a little bit of NASCAR Heat 2 for you. A little bit of realism right there. Okay, but we did kind of lose it just here, just a little bit. See if we can regain it down into turn number 2 and down the backstretch. Looks like we are getting a little bit more momentum now, catching the cars up ahead of us just a little bit more. See if we can get it down into turn number 3. Yeah, really sinking it down into turn number 3. Go to the outside of Tyler Young. and make it, I believe, 3 wide down off of turn number 4. And getting ready to cross the line with 8 laps to go. So right now, as long as we just hold like we are, we will complete that contract and get ourselves a ride for the next year. Of course, we are driving for Jennifer Joe Cobb, the number 10 truck, so not exactly the best truck I'd like to have, but if it's all we got, that's what we'll run with. Hopefully we'll be able to get another contract before the season ends. I'm pretty sure we'll be able to get one. Eldora is typically pretty easy to complete a contract at, so we'll just see. Only time will tell. As we go down for 7 laps to go, competing for the 19th position. We are currently in the 20th position as we get on the apron just a little bit and got a little bit loose on the apron, slid up into the 19th position of Cody Coughlin. So trying not to make too many drivers too terribly angry right here, but with these kind of steering physics, kind of makes it a little bit more difficult. Really kind of jolty on the turning. 6 laps to go. Really, we ought to just hold tight and just make some laps just to make sure we complete that contract. Don't want to put ourselves into a pickle right here. Got Cody Coughlin coming in on our back bumper. Don't want to get into him. And I really just do not want to have a caution right here or get into an accident. That would be pretty much the worst thing that could happen right now. But nevertheless, we'll see. So we see if we can get by TJ Bell on the outside, maybe down into turn number 1. Looks like he's going to take it too wide. Not quite yet. We'll see if we can get past him. Getting a little bit of a run, see if I can get to his back quarter panel just a little bit there. And it'll be kind of a drag race down the backstretch just a little bit, see if we can catch a draft off of the car in front of him, just a slight bit, and sink it down into turn number 3 as we get a pretty good run. We've actually gotten some pretty good runs out of turn number 3 and into 4. So that looks like the main spot where I'm gaining some ground on these guys. So we have Travis Quaffle up ahead of us. The number 50 truck. We'll see if we can try to get around him. Of course, he's already 2 wide, so making it 3 wide may be a little bit risky. As we get into Travis Quaffle just a little bit, that was totally my fault, but we got to move on. We lost a couple positions there, down into the 20th position now. So as we head down the backstretch with, what, 5 laps to go, I believe. Not doing too bad, but of course everything can go wrong quite quickly here at Atlanta. So just trying to make some laps, keep our pace, and stay in the right track as we get a car going around across the line. And there is a caution out, so definitely nice to see that caution come into effect. They definitely did fix that just a little bit. As I can think of, we should be pretty good. We still got 3 laps remaining, and tires aren't doing too bad. So we're going to go ahead and skip the pit and continue on to the green flag, see if we gain any positions as people stayed on the track. Looks like we're not going to be passing too many guys on pit lane. Looks like not many people came onto pit road, rather. So didn't really gain much there, but much better to stay in the same position than to lose spots on pit road. So see if we can go and make it 3 wide. Try to play it smart here. Try not to get too aggressive. Right now we've got that contract, so as long as we hold our own, as we're getting past on the inside, already in the 23rd position, 26th position, so right now we are outside that contract. We need to pass a couple cars. We are once again back into the 25th position, so we're going back and forth now with about 2 or 3 laps to go. We'll see if we can get that contract. Once again, it's all on the line if we want to get a ride for the next year. A full-time ride, rather. I definitely want to get that. So we'll see here. May come back down to the final lap as we get into the wall just a little bit. That does not help our case. We got another truck on the inside. Please do not mess this up like I did last time. We are in the 30th position. We are not doing well. It seems like I always end up messing things up right here at the very, very end. Let's see if I can really sink it back down into turn number 3. This is where we make a lot of our time, it seems like, throughout the whole entire race. Really able to get pretty good grip down into here and get some good runs off of the last corner. That's not what I wanted. I thought we had more laps left. I heard the crowd cheering. I was like, to be sure, that can't be in the race. Well, Once again, well, we didn't finish last, but we did finish 30th. Gosh, I just cannot get it done right here at the end. So I'm sorry, guys. We did not complete the contract for Atlanta. Really disappointed, to be honest. Just got into the wall a couple of times. That restart just did not go well. We just didn't go. Right there at the restart, just the truck did not go on that restart for whatever reason. So, yeah, I guess this week we will not complete the contract, and unfortunately, looks like we will not be driving for Jennifer Joe Cobb in the future. So that's unfortunate. All right, well, there we go. This is Ryan with Nascar Authentic Reviews, and stay tuned for the next video. So, all right, take care, guys.